Hey guys, I have Name248 here, and welcome to the 13th and final part of Ultimate Ship 4. We're going to start by taking on Data Expunged, then Guiding Light, Rush Hour, which is going to be quite the monster to resolve. I haven't solved it since I originally tested the set. Out of the Frying Pan, and then Recollection, which is going to be a nice trip down memory lane, at a level I'm still pretty proud of. Anyway, Data Expunged. This is a 12 block Sokoban, which is more than you usually see. Um, and there are a lot of dependencies involved, so here's hoping I can solve it. Okay, so my current thought, so I can use this block and always pass through there. That block, and this should unravel the opening with everything still extractable. Originally, when I first solved this, I thought it required way more shuffling than it actually does, but it's still a non-trivial opening arrangement, which is not the easiest thing to come up with. When I built this, I built the room first and then started placing blocks. Basically, I knew 2x3 rooms and 2x4 and just general hallways like that were interesting to work through and lended themselves to good puzzles. So I built the room and I filled it. And yeah. Is that what I do now? Well, sort of. I have definitely done that going forward, where I have a room layout and then I put blocks in. But then I go back based on what I realize from those blocks and start filling in like more walls, less walls, tweak the layout, go back and forth. And this usually ends up with a pretty interesting puzzle. Because I do take pride in, I think, every Sokoban other than the one in Cross Stitch, where adapting it was just, I want to have a Sokoban, I have this room pattern that I want to make a level out of. This is perfect. Like, I think that's about the only puzzle I've ever adapted. I have one in this set, in the last Pockets of Anarchy, that was Yaskjend, but it was not a adapted puzzle in this set. Anyway, make sure every room is set up for a fireball to pass through, then release it and wait for a while. All button connections are a reading order from button to trap, aka pedantic. So this is the first room resolved. So now we have a nice section that I believe is a rip-off slash same idea as Tyler's A Series of Unfortunate Caves. Regardless, I've definitely seen this idea done a few times, where we clear a path. Not the most interesting thing. I used to love this kind of puzzle. But now I can see it's kind of just eh. Alright, how do we unravel the top? Like so? Yeah, that ought to do it. And there's the path. To the next room. I wish I had suction boots for doing this. Hopefully that doesn't bite me. Okay, so how do we make a fireball pass through this room without failing? So in 2 blocks, I can get it into this section. In 4 blocks, sorry, 3, one where I'm standing, one right here, and this block below me not being moved. I can get it past there. In 4, and then back here, looks like it'll take 4 blocks. Unless there's a cleverer way to do things. This is definitely an interesting arrangement. I do want to ram the blocks so I don't have slide delay to worry about. Okay, fireball comes in, passes through like so. Now we have this little block shuffle, which reminds me a lot of what's that level? Floating Plaza. Reminds me a lot of the Sakuban in Floating Plaza. I don't know. I was working on this while I was playing through the CCLPs for the first time, so maybe it was inspired by Floating Plaza. Anyway, little ice slide before the hardest room in the level. This open room is a monster, I remember. Um, Basically, you have to come up with a way for the fireball to pass through here, right? But there's a catch that's not present in pretty much any other room. It has to hit that toggle button. So when it comes in here, it's going to do this and circle forever. Which means this bottom one needs to clone 1. So now it goes over here and eventually ends up traveling up here and getting stuck in a loop. If we clone 2 tanks here, deflect up and get stuck in a circuit. If I clone 1 to here, it hits the toggle button, comes back down. Let's do that, because there is no undoing this. So second one. Can I clone a third? Yeah, cloning a third just speeds up the process. Oh wait, no, then it needs to leave through here. Oh wait, I can do that. It loops around, hits the toggle, loops around through there, goes down, and leaves the room. Okay, cool. So what do we have going on here? Well, let's make the ball go, because the ball can only be used on one. The paramecia is the only one that can be used on this lowest one. So let's take the bug and wait on this paramecia before releasing the glider. So this is just my giant single level monster manipulation level that I started running out of ideas for. So this one's all about, I need to get 2 blocks out. And just because I'm so far in, I don't want to screw it up. So we're going to think. If I take the 2 blocks to my right, or to my left, and push them both to the right, then if I push this one up, I can extract a block. Okay, no options yet. I have one single clone of a glider, so let's cache it. Nice way of making this links compatible. And then this room, which looks super complicated. In reality, it's just lure the teeth onto the force floors. Nothing too fancy here. I do like the way it plays, though. So this block on the left, does it go down? Let's just follow the fireball path. Turns around in there, comes down here. Blah, blah, blah. Turns around, passes through the bottom. Okay, cool. So this one does need to go down. So I have 4 keys now to get the fireball through here, with this ice corner letting me explore. And that'll be the ending. Okay. So what do I do? What do I do? That one's 1, 2, 3 to my left. 4. Okay, that should be guiding light. Alright, now we wait. A while. So every time we hear a tick, we know it's gone through a room. So now it's traveling through the tank room, which is the one I'm most likely to have screwed up. I wish I could get full map for this. So the toggle's changed, which means it's been doing everything I think it will so far. Listen for that tick. It's made it up into the gravel room. Teeth room. So now it's traveling through the teeth room, which is going to take a while. And you may notice I've been waiting here almost a minute already. Yeah, this is guiding light. Why I felt the need to make a level that was basically you can't teach an old frog new tricks with a fireball, I don't know. But as you can see, it takes a while. Also taking a while is rush hour. So don't miss the chips in the room below. So this level is tough. It is long, there are a lot of opportunities to screw things up. Oh wait, I just missed the chips in the room below.
Bummer.
You take 1 blue key, which lets us partial post into this room. Nice hint, I guess. I know that where I take there doesn't matter. Okay, this puzzle... requires me to get a block up there. Which is as simple as just putting them up here. I know I'm spending more time thinking in just general terms of what I'm going to be doing, but this level I don't want to be replaying it. It is, as I said, pretty long. So this used to be busted, where you could just use water. Anyway, thoughts on Guiding Light, I guess. It's not a bad level. It's just, it didn't know where to stop. So with the walls toggled, I can go in here. Oh, that's cool. Get some suction boots. Let's let me go up here. See, now this is the kind of room I can still get behind. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and oh. Oh, did I really throw that at the end? Okay, so anyway. I can now hit the toggle button again. Could potentially bring a block back to partial post with. I mean, I have 4 blocks. But what am I meant to do with these 4 blocks? Because I can bring them down here. And through here, even. I mean, maybe I am supposed to partial post. I don't see any other options. I do see I have that block at the end of the blue wall section. You know, the obligatory campaign blue wall section, which I parody in every campaign level ever. But yes, that's an actual level title I used. Oh, there's a yellow key under the one block I didn't push. Well, I can extract this block anyway, so I feel like it's a good thing to have done. And I needed it. So it's not a partial post. That gives me a red key. I hope I don't run out of time. Whoa, what was that? Okay. That block that I just extracted goes onto the trap button up there. I do like the use of tanks there to, you know, make one-time use or multi-use passageways. Huh. I'm gonna assume I need to use this yellow key I just picked up to do something elsewhere so that I can extract that lower block. But where else is there an available anything I can do? Oh wait, it's back there. Okay. And fire boots.
Bummer.
Why? That section is so confusing. Man, why? I remember this being especially nasty in Lynx.
Bummer. Bummer.
Oh my gosh, why? I got so far on the first attempt, and now I can't do anything right. Well, like, not the first attempt. I goofed the partial post the first time. Okay, remember. Always teleport left in here. Go away, Walker. Back wall, please. Alright, let's do rush hour right. The funny thing is, I think you could bust this in Lynx with a block slap down there. I like the double use of that ice corner, though. So don't forget to get that chip up there by the flippers. That's going to be an important thing to get later. So we know there's a yellow key under this block, which is critical also for later. So remember to go back to the start. Actually, weren't there 2 yellow keys? Man, this level is actually ridiculous. Yeah, this one gives me a red key. That red key gives me this. That gives me another block. Which I can use to hold down the trap button. Right. I just did this and I'm already forgetting, because this is just really involved. Yellow key again, which lets me go up here for the fire boots. Yeah, walking through that paramecia doesn't help. Okay, the fire boots let me get somewhere new. Which is a block extraction. Which will let me get to that toggle button. Okay, this part's pretty cool, actually. I like the returning to here and the, whoa, that was cool. And the aesthetic of it all. So I'm forced to lose my fire boots and get to this section down here. Okay. Think this through. This block goes down, this block goes right. Okay, this is actually pretty easy. Right? Right? No, it's not. Okay, it's symmetric, so it doesn't matter which side I take. Wait, no, it's not symmetric. Wait, is it? It is. Okay. That's throwing me off. So this block goes down. So if we go up, this block goes down, this one goes over, and we're good. That one goes over. I hear these chip sounds, so there's going to be a chip under the... Oh wait, no, there's one that didn't. Whatever. I call him a glider. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if I need a second one. Okay, single-use clone machine. Nice. And now we have a tank section. Oh boy. So I can push this block to my left twice to get flippers. Which is something I'm not sure of the value of. The block above me is puzzling with its purpose. Let's just push it left twice, because this one's going to have to be pushed. I don't see any thieves, so I can take the flippers. I think I see it. So with the tanks like this, I push this block down, which then lets me loop around to extract it. Lets me do that, which lets me do that, which lets me do that. Okay, that is a tricky, tricky section. Oops, I forgot to push that block. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. The way it's a one-use button from one side, but not from the other side. Oh, wait, no, it is. No, it's a multi-use still. What good does that do me? So I have fire boots. And I have 5 blocks to do anything I want, really. I'm going to need all these chips, so let's take them. 5 blocks to do anything I want. I'm going to need the tanks to be able to use switching while I'm up there. Which means I need to use blocks to, in this state, get the fireball in here, repeatedly pressing the tank button. But not so fast. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is drop a block there, and then to put a block here. Okay, so this is going to work regardless of tank state. So to do that, I'm going to drop a block in this corner. And we're going to put a block here as well. Which means that when I clone a fireball, it's going to go up, right, down, loop around, up, over, hit the tank button, and repeatedly hit a tank button. Every 8 moves. That shuts down the tanks. Cool. So let's not forget that one chip, which we can access like so. Which is a little mean. I'm running low on time. And if the tanks were in the other state, which I could have forced, I could potentially do something funky up there. I'm definitely going to want to look into this one a little more. Okay, anyway, this puzzle. Okay, now I can do this. This block can go up without any retribution. This block goes down, around, through. Alright, this looks like a 50-50, but it's not. Both solutions work, and it looks like I've got the fireball. The other one clones a block somewhere. So the whole point is to get the fireball up to there by whatever means necessary. Shoutouts to, of all people, James Anderson for jokingly suggesting a 50-50 here. I did it in a fair way. Okay, so now I have full control over the tanks. We're almost done with this level. Alright, so there's a socket under that block. Which means I need to go get that last chip, which I can do by looping around through here. Almost. I can get that red key. So we're going to need to use the paramecia on that bomb. Which means 10 minutes in, and this level has a 1-move window. 10 minutes in. Wait. Okay, now I need to hit the tank button, flip the socket, or remove the socket, flip the tanks. Gives me a full set of loops on this block, which in turn loops me around, blows up this bomb, which gives me access to here, gives me access to there, and rush hour complete. Alright, out of the frying pan. Nice, easy level.
Bummer.
Except when I goof it like that. are they doing there? So what am I doing? I'm releasing the fireballs, knowing they should eventually stabilize and mostly hinge on 2 chips. And now they should be completely stable. And into the freezer, because we also have a blue wall maze. Well, a combination blue wall ice maze, I should say. Alright, how do we get to that one? Corner blue key is potentially problematic, but it's not gonna be. Get the yellow key and exit. And with that, we have the nostalgia trip that is Recollection. So this is the exact same thing as Subconscious, which this is where I get to say the gimmick of Subconscious. So Subconscious was essentially Chip's memories of the original clubhouses, right? And this is his memories of mine. So if you've been paying attention, there's a lot of nods to my levels in here. For example, this is Noxious Swamp. This house is part of Desert Scavenger from Ultimate Chip 3. Gravity Well from Ultimate Chip 3 on the left over there. This is a callback to Variety Show from Ultimate Chip 3. Still a level I'm super happy with. Here is In the Pipeline. Cluttered Crosswalks. This is Storage Facility from Ultimate Chip 2. So if you can push a block, it has something under it. This spot would be too obvious. Don't enter a teleport without pushing a block into it to avoid being burnt to a crisp. Which are 3 hints from 3 of my past sets. I'm actually going to stop that clicking noise due to slide delay being pretty ridiculous. So this is a nod to some blue wall levels I've made in the past. Like, you can tell that those skates aren't really collectible. I think Subverted Expectations is in here, and I know Illusion is. Using Darkness to Light the Way. Just a really nifty little section. So here is an anti-disruptive cave section. Airport security. And another hint there. So the hole, if you can push a block, there's something under it. The exit's right above me. So this is, I don't remember the name, but it's a very red-themed level I made. So I'm going to need a red key in order to get that chip over there. Conveniently, I have access to that. So up there is Error Code 512 mixed with Frosty Retreat. Don't need to use the recessed wall, that's funny. Also, Big Boulder Alley. Postmodern Temple over here. Just using these teeth to, well, do the exact same idea. Deflecting a monster later. I do like this level as a trip down memory lane, but it's really more of a level for me than for anyone else. Like, and honestly, to a certain extent, that is my design style. I design for me. But I don't design for the me of now. Or I didn't, I should say. At the time, I was designing for the person I was when I built this set. Which is, for better and worse, not the person I am now. Oh, what do I do down there? Crap. I see that thin wall, and I see that I can't really do anything else. So this block's useless, so it goes down. So yeah, down there is Frosty Retreat from Ultimate Chip 3. Well, we're still in Frosty Retreat, to be honest. But yeah, whenever I'm making a level, I'm not making it for anybody in particular. I'm making it for me to enjoy, and if other people like it, then they like it. And I'm sorry, my eye is bothering me. I can't even see right now. It's not tears, it's like sweat in my eye or something. Where was I? Alright, I'm not designing levels for anyone in particular here. It's just, if I think it would be fun to play, I'm gonna make it. And if it's fun to play, I'm keeping it. So this is a nod to, I believe, Security Chip. Both 1 and 2. Which Security Chip 2 is one of the coolest ideas in Ultimate Chip 2, I think, just because of this fireball. Why is my right eye going crazy? Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to hit the toggle button. You can see it can get a little out of hand. So now we have Nausea World going from that fireball. That seems like a bit of a weird choice to pick an Ultimate Chip 1 level. I figured it was one of the most iconic for maybe the wrong reasons. So the trick is, now I have fire boots coming through here. I cannot go through that left path, but I can work my way through Mystical Power Plant again. To get suction boots, I don't think that trap button's held down. It might be. Regardless, I need to go back for this blue key. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to go through the trap. I could have gone through the balls! I don't mind replaying this. This is a genuinely fun level for me. I mean, I know medleys have been done quite a bit since this level was made, but at the time it was a pretty new idea. And to have it just be basically self-indulgent, I am 100% okay with that. That is such a good twist. This blue wall section is so good. Because it looks unfair, but it's not. It's just, I kind of miss the days where I could throw something like this down. Kind of, like, in a way, I have done other medleys since. I have 2 levels that you can classify as a medley in my set I'm going to be releasing soon. One is 16 calls back to the set itself, and one I've already shown on the Discord group of a level I call Origin Archive, which is just a, well, it's a bunch of CCLP4 stuff. It's got a connecting monorail theme, it's got a whole bunch of other sections in it. Played that again for the first time since, first building it today, actually, when I was playtesting. Still a really fun level. Alright, back at the security chip. Clear that, go up here. Fire boots. Suction boots. I tried boosting despite having suction boots. That's hilarious to me. Okay, let's do it right. Because I can pass through back here. Use my boots, take this path. Cluttered crosswalks again. And in the coolest twist of storage facility, that moment is one of the best things I built in Ultimate Chip 2. I'm still proud of it. Because you get the green lock to be able to move a block out of the way so you can get to that block with the exit. That's still such a good level. I really like it. And with that, the look back at Ultimate Chip 4 concludes. I've beaten the entire set again on video. All of it. So, I guess final closing thoughts. It's a good set. I do recommend playing it. There are some levels that are really kind of just why, but there's nothing all that bad. There's nothing really all that punishing either. It's a good set for somebody who enjoyed CCLP 1 or 4 to play. There are plenty of others that are arguably better. The Andrew Menzies' Pit of 100 Tiles and Josh's Josh L5, specifically 5. Other ones are they definitely expect more of the player right off the bat. In terms of level sets that you can just jump right into. Um, how does it compare to my other stuff? I don't know. I haven't played 2 in forever. It sucks. 1 kind of sucks. 3 has some good levels, but mostly sucks. 4 is mostly good, but has some suck. 5 is mostly good, but has some suck. And in my opinion, 5 does have less identity to it. This set was built in 4 months. It has an identity because my style and myself didn't change too much over those 4 months. And I'm still attached to that, honestly. I like that it has that style. Ultimate Chip 6 is a collection of levels where there's some really cool ideas. There's some concepts that were just, I want to try and build this. I'm going to try and build this. Cool, I tried to build this. Which some of it succeeded, repetitive repetition did not. And I'd say Flight of the Prince did just because it's such a tightly tuned level. And there's some stuff that I was just exploring. I was doing different things. I was building levels to build a level in an idea that I didn't think I'd done before. With 5 and 4 and 3 and everything else, really, I was building levels to build levels, and it shows on some levels here. What about my new set? Well, I wasn't building levels to build levels. I had ideas. Sometimes, and for the first time, honestly, like really the first time, other than a couple random Ultimate Chip 6 things where I had half a level lying around, I would build a section and let it sit, and then come back later. I didn't used to do that. I still don't do it very often. I'm still mostly sit down, build a level, and just go. Another perspective, the winning create result was the result of doing that. I sat down, I built the level. So I've changed as a person, I've changed as a designer, I've grown as both. And does it show? Yeah. But does that make looking back bad? No. No, it doesn't. So I don't know when I'm next going to upload something like this with commentary. Expect a trailer for my CC set pretty soon. In fact, it'll probably be scheduled to be uploaded literally right after this. So if you just listened to me ramble about level design and philosophy basically for the past almost 5 minutes, congrats, there's a trailer available for you. Go watch it. Get hype. So yeah, until next time, later.